got Dark Ops the outside. They were followed further back then by Johnny Alexander, gets a run through on the inside of Merlot, and another one going around the outside of those runners now, and they were followed a bit further back then by the back of the bunch, Big as Good, and Beaverton Dry's well back at this stage. So round towards the straight they run, and the first quarter, or the lead time rather, 24.2 into the straight they run, and going around to take over the lead now is one of the favourites, everybody knows, and surging up on the outside, Dark Ops. Royden's Jill in the trail, then Harley, followed then by Native's Lasting Love, a couple of lengths further back then to BD Love, the favourite, and then about a length and a half back, Johnny Alexander. Merlot outside that as they pass the judges' line for the lap to go, and then Johnny Alexander followed then by Big as Good on the move, and Beaverton Dry's well back at this stage, and so too is Harley as they race for the turn out of the straight. Round the turn, the first quarter, 32 seconds, and the leader at the moment by about a length and a half now. BD Love is motored round to be the leader. So it's BD Love in front. Everybody knows has now dropped back to get some cover, and will get first use of the Stunning Cullen passing lane. Up on the outside with 800 to run, going up now to face the breeze. Now they race down the back as Merlot, so that's improved its place. A couple of lengths further back then. They were followed then by Royden's Jewel. Over on the outside is Merlot, and they were followed further back then, about 3 lengths further back then. The rest are headed by Nature's Lasting Love, and Big as Good as well back, and so too Johnny Alexander. Off the back they run, and the half in 62.4. The second quarter was 30.4, and round of the 400 metres they run, and the leader's clear, and it's BD Love 2 to 3 lengths in front. Everybody knows they're clear of Royden's Jewel. Over on the outside, battling on, we've got Harley, and in behind them then trying to run on a bit Merlot as they turn the corner, but 2-horse race, and the 2 favourites have come away the third quarter, 29.5, and it's BD Love, and everybody knows is going to be a big threat, I think, and the trot's up on the outside, BD Love, and everybody. But BD Love's giving plenty there, well clear of the others, down to the post, BD Love too good, gets home to beat Everybody Knows, and it's Everybody's Quinella. They're about 12 lengths in front of the others. Royden's Jewel will be third, and then Native's Lasting Love, Johnny Alexander, and then Harley. A long gap we had Beaverton Dry, Merlot, and Big as Good was next, and well back. They were followed by Duchess Taylor Moore, never got into it after galloping early, and the one at the back of the field was Dark Ops. The fourth quarter, 29.8, and the last mile was run on 201.7. Well, race, and the 2 favourites have come right away, but BD Love's a bit too good here, big body, and speed, possibly 15 lengths in front of the others, Greg Royden third, and the favourites fighting out race number 1.
Thanks for that, Trevor. Just bludgeoned them into submission here, did BD Love. Win number 2, start number 4, the 3-year-old by Love You out of Twitch It. Part owned by Lynette Barron. Congratulations to the King, Ken Barron. He came out at the winning post the first time, straight around, took over from Everybody Knows, and then just kept on running. The last mile in 2:1.7. He's a pretty smart horse, this guy, and he's come back and delivered. Everybody Knows looked at the top of the straight like it was going to come out and go whoosh, but he's just a good stayer, this guy, and he's going to be around in so many of the good 3-year-old trotting races. So the first goes to the favourite here, Mark Cookson, beating the second favourite. Punter's getting it right, and Ken Barron gets off to a very good start for the night.
And we'll keep an eye on him. Why Am I Better in race number 2 on the program. Here he'll take the drive on Why Am I Better off that second row position. It's at $51, so maybe not as good as the favourite in the first event on the program. Favourite there in race number 2 is Goodness Gracious Me. Very nice type, this one. Robbie Close, by the way, driving for the Mark Jones team at start number 29. Dividends from the first in a moment. That second race kicks off the early quaddie at 5:35. In the meantime, Mark Rosanowski, we come back to you. Battle here between the inside and outside dogs in race number 3 on the card.
It's a tough go, this one, Mark. First leg of a new double here. I went 8 to 1 and 4 with Lochinvar Rossi out in box 8, having his first sprint. And he is pretty short, to be fair. I just thought the class might carry him around the outside of this field. If he's drawn the middle in his first sprint, I'd be a wee bit concerned. But here, He's not spectacular off the lids by any stretch, he sure isn't, but I just think if he jumps okay out there, he'll get the chance to wheel into the race, and he's got a wee bit of class. He made his way through the first round in the New Zealand Cup Series over the middle distance. BD Love in the first at Addington paid $2.10, $1.50, $1.30 for the 5, $2.80 the 6, the Quinella $2.10, trifecta $23.10, and the first 4, 7, 5, 6 and 4, $202.10. But we are dealing with a dog that hasn't won since mid-July at Cambridge. It won 2 of its first 3 starts in New Zealand and hasn't won since. Lochinvar Rossi has spent some time on the sidelines, hasn't been sighted since the 1st of December, and comes out fresh up for Angela Turnbull. There's Homebush Lucifer in shot. Stu Barber doing the handling. All hands on deck for John McInerney here because he's got 5 in the race. There's Lochinvar Rossi. Sum of Rugs, option 1003, $1.85 for under 12.5 and over 12.5, and clearly Lochinvar Rossi a key contributor to that. If you're going for overs, I ended up coming in unders because I went for the 2 and the 1. MBD's an interesting runner, also on the fresh side, hasn't been seen since the 29th of December. Now, she has slid all the way back from class 5 to class 2. She won class 4 race from box 7 here in June, and then managed 3 class 5 placings before the slide. Thought she looked very well getting out onto the track with Stephen McInerney there handling. So MBD, I thought a chance back in this grade surely. Lined up over the 520 metres last time out, but better noted as a sprinter, although capable over the middle distance, especially early in her career. Cody Brere's on the way up, 10 starts. There's not much of her. She's quite small at around 24 kilos. She should get a safe passage from the inside. She was a winner here, 2 back in Class 1 company in a tidy enough 17.83. And she can show early speed. She didn't quite last Saturday night, but she is capable. And as long as she doesn't get swallowed up, that's the key thing for her. She's not very big. Dog 4, Homebush Lucifer, not quick off the lids, but he can find his way home. He won a Class 2 race here from the same draw in a 17.79 in late October as they get the call up. To the traps, Liquorland Wagadui, Class 2. There's one Class 1 dog in there. Another rule. Leading them forward the inside is Cody Brea. Wee Digger has the white rug, gold rug for Flying Blake. Another drink in the black. Flying Blake up a kilo, but it actually puts him pretty much spot on to his winning weight from 2 starts back. He was down 0.9 last start. Second line MBD, Homebush Lucifer, another rule, and Lochinvar Rossi, and he's at 320 in the narrow favourite. Lochinvar Rossi the outside, having his first sprint fresh up today. Round comes the bunny, about set to break in a race number 3, just about there. Racing Lochinvar Rossi out okay, but Cody Brea won the break and MBD comes out after it, and Lochinvar Rossi around the outside of another rule. They'll be followed through then by Wee Digger. Flying Blake getting past that. The last pair here are Homebush Lucifer and another drink as they come up to the corner. Lochinvar Rossi around the outside of Cody Brea, and it's going to run away and score. MBD holding down third. Lochinvar Rossi, Cody Brea. Then we had MBD third, and it was tight for fourth between Flying Blake. Inside of that was Homebush Lucifer. Another rule, another drink back there with Wee Digger. Lochinvar Rossi. Dogs are still good sprinters. What's he clocked? They're just sprinters that can run a bit further. 17.72 and 10.71 for the run home. And he just sat pretty out there. Cody Brea showed speed from MBD, but once Rossi got this close, wasn't really in doubt a long way. It was a good battle there for fourth, who ended up there the 5. So 8, 1, 2, number 17.72. Wins from Cody Brea, MBD, and narrowly of Homebush Lucifer up against the rail. Let's have a look at the head-on shot here. Good speed. 3 Wee Digger out onto Homebush Lucifer. Towards the inside. Lochinvar Rossi minding his own business. Task around the outside. Sweeping up and runs on to score untouched. Wee Digger running wide round that first bend. Lochinvar Rossi, Black Dog by Beckham Bale out of Pure L, Brad Canty, Pat O'Day, the Whelans, Seamus and Francis, just taking their way down the steps now actually, Elizabeth's parents, and they're heading for the dais for a long-awaited winning photo. Paul Freeman bringing the dog back at the head of the field for a partner Angela Turnbull, who trains at Foxton, win 5 in his career at start number 30. 7.01 was the lead up with that 10.71 run home, 17.72, and the margins at 2 3/4 lengths by 1 1/4 lengths by 2 1/4. 1 1/4. 8 is race number 3. Tidied up. We look to the 4th. First leg will be locked.